You ever noticed how sometimes, the more you ignore someone, the more they seem to notice you? This phenomenon is especially true in relationships, where attention and validation often play a big role. Today we're diving into the psychology behind why ignoring her can actually make her feel your absence even more. It's not about playing games, but about understanding human nature and the subtle dynamics of attraction. Let's explore how Stoic detachment can shift the balance and why it's so effective. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us to remain calm and composed, regardless of external circumstances. In relationships, adopting a Stoic mindset means not letting emotions dictate your actions. Instead, you focus on self-control and inner peace. When you ignore her, you're not being cold or cruel, you're simply choosing not to react impulsively. This approach can be surprisingly powerful, as it often leads the other person to reflect on their own feelings and action. Ignoring someone triggers a psychological response known as reactance. When a person feels that their freedom to connect is being restricted, they often want it even more. This is why when you pull back and stop giving her attention, she may start to crave it. The absence of your presence becomes noticeable, and she begins to wonder why you're no longer reaching out. This curiosity can quickly turn into attraction, as she starts to value your attention more than ever. Tension is a powerful currency in any relationship. When you give it freely, it can sometimes be taken for granted. But when you withhold it, its value increases dramatically. By ignoring her, you're essentially making your attention scarce, and scarcity always increases demand. This doesn't mean you should be rude or dismissive. Instead, it's about being selective with your energy and focusing on what truly matters to you. If someone feels ignored, it often stirs up a range of emotions: confusion, frustration, and even longing. For her, your silence can speak louder than words. She may start to question what changed and why you're no longer as available. This emotional impact can lead her to reflect on her own behavior and feelings toward you. Sometimes, it's only in your absence that she truly realizes your importance. Stoic comeback isn't about revenge or manipulation. It's about regaining your composure and focusing on your own growth. When you stop chasing and start living for yourself, you naturally become more attractive. This shift in energy is palpable, and she can sense it. The Stoic comeback is all about letting go of the need for validation and embracing your own worth. Scarcity principle is a well-known psychological concept. People want what they can't have. By making yourself less available, you increase your perceived value. This doesn't mean playing hard to get, but rather focusing on your own life and interests. When she sees that you're not always there, she's more likely to appreciate your presence when you are. Setting healthy boundaries is essential in any relationship. Ignoring her isn't about punishment, it's about respecting your own limits. When you establish boundaries, you teach others how to treat you. This self-respect is attractive and often leads to deeper, more meaningful connections. Remember, boundaries are not walls, they're guidelines for mutual respect. One of the best things you can do during this time is to focus on self-improvement. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, working out, or advancing your career, investing in yourself pays off. Not only does it boost your confidence, but it also shows her that you have a fulfilling life outside of the relationship. This independence is highly attractive and can often reignite her interest. When you stop reaching out as much, the dynamic of communication changes. She may start to initiate contact more often, wondering what you're up to. This shift can be empowering, as it puts you in a position where you're no longer seeking validation. Instead, you're open to connection but not dependent on it. This balance is key to healthy relationships. Mystery is a powerful element in attraction. When you're always available, there's little left to the imagination. But when you pull back, you create a sense of intrigue. She starts to wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and what's going on in your life. This curiosity can reignite her interest and make her want to reconnect. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care, it means you're not attached to a specific outcome. By embracing detachment, you free yourself from anxiety and neediness. This calm confidence is magnetic, and people are naturally drawn to those who are secure in themselves. Remember, true connection comes from a place of abundance, not desperation. You might notice subtle changes in her behavior when she starts to feel your absence. She may reach out more, ask mutual friends about you, or even try to get your attention in indirect ways. These signs indicate that your Stoic approach is having an impact. It's important to remain patient and not rush the process. Let things unfold naturally. Throughout this process, the most important thing is to stay true to yourself. Don't ignore her just to get a reaction. Do it because you value your own time and energy. Authenticity is always more attractive than manipulation. Focus on your own happiness, and the right people will be drawn to you naturally. In the end, the more you ignore her, the more she feels it, not because you're playing games, but because you're embracing your own worth. The Stoic comeback is about self-respect, healthy boundaries, and focusing on your own growth. When you do this, you naturally become more attractive, and genuine connections follow. Remember, true strength lies in your ability to let go and trust the process.